Today I will be reviewing the highest rated fragrances on Fragrantica from my collection. 3 designer and 2 niche fragrances. One of them is discontinued, but I have 2 great alternatives for it, so make sure to watch till the end. We start off the list with Guerlain L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum, and this is a 2016 batch. This is one of my favorite fragrances in my collection. I think this is my 3rd or maybe even my 4th bottle. I bought this right away after it got released in 2016. And that was actually also the only bottle in my whole life that I broke. I could save like 20 ml from that bottle. I think there was like 40-50 ml still left in the bottle. I broke it. I saved like the last 20 ml, put it in a decanter bottle. And yeah, later I bought a 2020 batch, which is upstairs. And then later I bought another bottle, like also an older batch, like a 2016 batch with a little bit left. And then I got my hands on this 2016 batch, which I got like brand new in box, like a tester bottle from April 2016. And they released it in April 2016. So one of the very first batches, probably the first batches were made in February or March, before launch, of course. And this is one of the very, very first batches. And I just sprayed it on my hand. This is such a masterpiece fragrance. This is still one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled in my life, especially this older batch. So it's a very sophisticated cherry fragrance. So you think cherry can come off like synthetic or cheap or syrupy, overly sweet, but this is not. By the way, the rating on Fragrantica, as I'm filming right now, is 4.43 out of 5 stars. So that's a very high rating with almost 8,000 votes. So the cherry is very sophisticated. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet. It has a combination with, yeah, the almond DNA. The whole Ideal line has like the almond DNA. So the signature almond nutty DNA, which makes it perfect in my opinion. It's not too much in your face. It's just subtle, but it's detectable. It's not too prominent, let's say, but you still detect it. The cherry is pretty prominent, but the cherry combined with the sweetness and the spiciness of vanilla and tonka bean with a touch of a creamy sandalwood. There's a touch of leather. There's a touch of incense. It's a bit smoky. It is warm, spicy. It has a little bit of freshness, a little bit of aromaticness. Super sophisticated. This is a masterpiece, a perfect 10 out of 10 in my opinion. So is it worth a high rating? In my opinion, yeah, it is. This is a fragrance I will always have in my collection. Although last 2 years I'm not wearing it that much anymore, because now my collection grew to like 500 fragrances, more than 500 fragrances. So I'm not wearing it a lot anymore. But I also love to wear, let's say, I have here the Ideal Extreme. I talked about the new Parfum version, I think, last week. But I love to wear this like as my cozy fragrance, late at night, chilling on the couch, as my scent of the evening, sometimes as my scent of the morning. Before I had a dog, and sometimes just when I was about to walk the dog, I spray this as just like walking the dog fragrance. Sounds weird maybe, but like this is such a masterpiece. I really love this, and yeah, this is worth a high rating. So in my opinion, not a safe blind buy, but you need to get your nose on this. This is perfect for fall and winter, perfect for professional, sophisticated settings. It's also perfect for date night. It's super sexy because it's alluring, mysterious. It has a sort of mysterious sex appeal to it. And I would say not a safe blind buy, because Guerlain is considered designer, but in my opinion, this smells like a niche fragrance. Guerlain has niche quality fragrances. This is also made by master perfumers Delphine Yelk and Xerjoff. So amazing quality. And I heard from people that the newer batches are weaker. Upstairs I have a 2020 batch that's not weak at all. And I have the new Ideal Parfum, that's a 2024 batch, also not weak. So sometimes fragrances need to macerate. So when you test this or you buy this, make a 5 ml decant. There's a little bit of air in the bottle and it will macerate and it becomes stronger over time. So that's my tip. But this, in my opinion, is a must-have in every men's collection. So check this one out. Next up, we have Jean-Paul Gaultier, Le Beau, Le Parfum. And as you can see, I already made a huge dent in this bottle because, yeah, this is a masterpiece fragrance. This has also a very high rating on Fragrantica. As we speak, 4.55 with almost 10,000 votes. So it has a high rating for a good reason. And is it worth the high rating? Yeah, in my opinion, it is. It's made by Quentin Biche, which is a master perfumer. I think now, in this very moment, he's one of the hottest perfumers right now. He's making niche fragrances, he's making amazing designer fragrances. He even makes fragrances for Lattafa right now. So he's hot, like everybody's talking about Quentin Biche, and for a good reason, because yeah, he's a master perfumer. He makes amazing fragrances. And in my opinion, right now, I'm not counting discontinued fragrances, but right now in the whole collection of Jean Paul Gaultier, this is the very best that they sell right now. My number two is Le Male Parfum, which is also a masterpiece, also made by Quentin Biche, by the way, but this is even better in my opinion. So this takes the original Le Beau DNA, but makes it more mature, more masculine, more sexy, more deeper, more darker, and it's a beast. I get 12 plus hours on my skin. It projects. It's a massive compliment getter. It's a tropical, sweet, woody, ambery fragrance with like coconut and pineapple. There's a touch of iris, which makes it a little bit powdery, but it's more in the background. The woodiness is very creamy with sandalwood. It has like tonka bean, it has the coconut and like pineapple combination. It's not too much, so there's not too much coconut. The pineapple fades away, so first you get the pineapple very prominent, but it fades away. The coconut is more prominent and longer lasting, let's say, but it's not your typical suntan lotion coconut. So it has some sweetness. It's mostly sweet, but it also has some freshness. I think this is super versatile. You can wear this all year round in any situation, whatever you're doing. On a date night, perfect. Going out clubbing, perfect. To the beach or whatever, beach parties, or just going to school or to the office. You can wear this in any situation. It's not offensive, although it's really strong. So don't spray too much maybe when you go to the office, but it's not offensive. It's super mass appealing. People really like it, and it smells like a high quality fragrance. I think this is just, yeah, one of the best designer fragrances you can get, and a must have in my opinion. A lot of people are hyping Paradise Garden, which is not bad. It's also good in my opinion, but this is still better. Also Le Beau, it's not bad. It's also good, but this is way better. And Le Male Elixir, it's not bad either. I think Le Male Elixir, in my opinion, is an 8.5 out of 10, but this is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. And Le Male Parfum, of course. So I would say check this one out. Maybe it's not a safe blind buy, but it's hard to get in the States, I guess. What you can also get instead of this, if you are from the States, Hatlash Island. I will leave like a photo here somewhere. Hatlash Island is a clone of Le Beau Le Parfum, and it costs about like $40 or even less. And it's a very, very good interpretation of this one. So if you cannot get this in the States, try to get Hatlash Island. You can blind buy that actually because it's cheap. So check this one out. Is it worth a high rating? Yes, it is. Next up, we have Xerjoff Naxos. And yeah, of course, Naxos is one of the most popular niche fragrances of all time. Actually, now in the Fragrantica 2024 awards, it won Best Niche Fragrance of all time with the most votes, of course. Is it the best niche fragrance of all time? No, not in my opinion. Is it a masterpiece? And is it worth the high rating it gets? Yeah, it is. It has a 4.51 out of 5 on Fragrantica with more than 12,000 votes. So that's a lot, like a lot of votes, and still a very high rating. And for a good reason, because it smells phenomenal. You have a beautiful packaging, a beautiful bottle. It's really strong. It's a beast mode fragrance. Everybody smells you. Everybody will smell you everywhere because it projects. It's very strong. It's very loud. Especially like I have friends that have older bottles. You see that the juice is still like, let's say yellow, but it's becoming darker and darker. I made a photo when I got it in like 6 months and in a year I will make another photo and you see that the juice, of course, like becomes like a bigger dent comes into the bottle and the juice will macerate and becomes dark and stronger over time. I have friends that has like almost the bottle's almost gone, but the juice is dark orange. So let's say older batches, which are macerated, they are super potent, super strong, and they become better over time. So in my opinion, this is a masterpiece and a must-have fragrance. This is super mass appealing. Everybody will like this. Every time I wear this, I get noticed. People asking, what are you wearing? It smells good. It's super mass appealing. It's not offensive at all. You can wear this in any situation all year round. Although people always say this is for fall and winter. No, it's just for any situation, any type of weather, even in the high heat. Let's say 30 plus Celsius, you can still wear this because it has the freshness of bergamot and lemon, and lavender makes it aromatic at the same time. So it's fresh, but it's mostly sweet. It has the tobacco, honey, vanilla combination with tonka bean. It is sweet. There's a touch of cinnamon. There's a touch of jasmine. Not really too detectable, but jasmine is also sweet floral. It's super mass appealing. It's unisex, but leaning more masculine. I think this is more masculine, in my opinion. But if you're just starting your collection, you don't have a niche fragrance yet, this is one of the best niche fragrances to start collecting niche fragrances. Let's say Parfums de Marly Layton, Creed Aventus, although Creed Aventus is watered down, it's not worth it anymore. Xerjoff Naxos, fragrances like Sospiro Vibrato, super mass appealing. And yeah, this is literally one of the best fragrances you can get, in my opinion, especially for the price point, because okay, retail it's about $250, but let's say on beautynow.com, they are one of the cheapest in Europe. You can get this for 196 euros, but with the discount code ODEJURINO you get 10% off. So you can buy this for 176 euros or something like that. So you get a beautiful presentation, a beautiful box, very luxurious bottle, high quality juice, very good in performance as well. So in my opinion, this is worth the price as well. Still, I would say maybe not a safe blind buy, although my friend texted me like a week ago or a few days ago. He says, hey man, I watch your channel for years and I finally have some more money to spend and I actually blind bought Naxos because of you and I love it. So yeah, I think it's a super safe blind buy, although I won't recommend people to blind buy expensive fragrances. Sample it first, test it on your own skin. It's maybe not for everyone, but it has a good rating and a high rating for a good reason, I mean. And it's super versatile. You can wear this in literally any situation. Perfect for a date night, super sexy, super mass appealing. Whatever you're doing, to school, to the office, going out clubbing, in the summer, in the winter, it's a perfect signature scent in my opinion. So Xerjoff Naxos, is it worth the high rating? Yes, obviously. Next up we have Nishane Nefs. And this is such a masterpiece fragrance. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I already made a big dent in this bottle. Yeah, this is a very expensive fragrance, to be honest. It's retailed at like 555 euros. Way overpriced in my opinion, but it does smell phenomenal. It has a high rating on Fragrantica, 4.39 out of 5 stars. And with only 1200 votes. That's not a lot, of course, but that's because probably of the price point. So not a lot of people get their nose on fragrances like this. So not a lot of people are voting on this. It's not like a designer fragrance that you can get everywhere. Is it worth the high pricing? No, not in my opinion. It's not worth the retail price, but if you look closely on the internet, you can find these bottles for about 250 euros, dollars. Is it then worth it? Maybe not. Maybe it is. In my opinion, it's a masterpiece. It's a must-have. If you can get it for about 250 or lower, I would consider buying it, but only if you really love it. So not a safe blind buy at all. This is a fragrance that you need to test on your own skin, sample it, give it a full wearing, never blind buy this, never, just never, because although I consider this a masterpiece, this is a must-have masterpiece fragrance if you really are into fragrances, but I think it's not for everyone because it has like the rose and oud combination, but totally different than your typical rose and ouds, because I'm not a big fan of rose and oud, but how they did this in this fragrance, it's subliminal. So it's made by Chris Maurice, aka Christian Carbonell, the master perfumer, one of the best on this planet, of course. And this is so refined, so well balanced. And at first, when I smelled it for the first time, I thought like, okay, it was very unique. It's a very unique smell. I never smelled anything like this. There's nothing to compare to this fragrance. But first I thought like, it has some old school vibes. But when I put it on skin, I was like, wow, this is magic. So don't judge this on a tester strip. Only judge this actually on skin and try to give it a full wearing. So sample this and like spray it in your neck, spray it on your arms, spray it everywhere, and go outside, catch the wind, go outside in the cold weather. Now in fall, winter, it's winter now actually. So when you go outside, it's cold, it's windy, you get the whiffs. This is from the top to the mid to the dry down, a masterpiece fragrance. It's super strong, beast mode performance. I get more than 24 hours on my skin with this. On clothing, this will last for weeks. It even survives like going into the wash machine, fabric softener, it comes out, you can still detect this on your clothing, on your fabrics. So it has a very nice sweetness. It is sweet, it's very floral, it has honey, it has fig. It's also very warm spicy, it has saffron, nutmeg, there's booziness, there's whiskey, there's oud, there's cedarwood. But I think the cedarwood is even a little bit more prominent. So it's very woody at the same time. It has the floral aspects with rose and jasmine. Super sexy. It is very sophisticated. It smells a little bit old school, but also very modern at the same time. So it has that warm, spicy, sweet booziness with the oud, which is prominent, let's say, but not animatic at all. There's no like animatic touch to it at all. So the oud is very smooth, but very strong. And I think the cedarwood even overwhelms the oud. So the whole note combination, the whole blended into perfection. I think even the mid and the dry down are even better. And it projects for hours and hours. It's very strong. Okay, is it worth the high rating? Yes. Is it worth the high price? No. It's overpriced in my opinion. But try to get a sample, try it on your own skin. It's not for everyone, for sure. But in my opinion, if this bottle's empty, I consider to buy a new one myself. I got this in PR, to be honest. But if I can get this for a good price and my bottle's empty, I will just rebuy it because it's a masterpiece in my opinion. Again, not a safe blind buy, but check this one out. Last but not least, we have Yves Saint Laurent La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique. And as you can see, I already made a big dent in this bottle. And I actually have two backup bottles from this because it's discontinued. And why is it discontinued? I don't know, because this is one of the best Yves Saint Laurent fragrances ever made in my opinion. Although, let's say Tuxedo and stuff, they are better from the private line, but from the normal lines, like this is one of the best for sure. Also L'Homme Intense, also discontinued, also made by Dominique Ropion, this one as well. Dominique Ropion is also a master perfumer. Yeah, they got discontinued. And why? I don't know. I just don't know. But I have two alternatives for you. I will talk about this later in this video. So this is discontinued and it has a very high rating actually, 4.55 out of 5 with more than 4,500 votes. So it has a very good very high rating and it's worth the high rating. This is a masterpiece. That's why I got two backup bottles of this. And one of those backup bottles, I will do a giveaway soon. And you can win actually one of the backup bottles from my personal collection. So personal giveaway. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and I will announce the giveaway. Like tomorrow or the day after, I will have another giveaway. And then like after a week or 2 weeks, I will announce the giveaway that you can win this fragrance. So this is a very warm, spicy, sweet aromatic fragrance. It has cardamom, which is like sexy, sweet, warm, spicy. It has ginger. It has like the very beautiful nuance of like lavender, so it's aromatic. It is fresh spicy. It's warm spicy. It has geranium. It has vetiver. It has cedar wood. So it's woody at the same time, but the sweetness, yeah, with like the bergamot and the ginger, with the citrusiness, it's a perfect balance. It's super mass appealing, super versatile. You can wear this in any situation, maybe not in the high heat, but let's say up to 25 degrees Celsius, you can pull this off. Perfect for date nights, perfect for any situation actually. Going out clubbing, yeah, going to school, to the office, whatever you do in professional settings. It's super mass appealing, it's not offensive, and yeah, people just like the smell of this. So it has the original DNA from the La Nuit de l'Homme, like the EDT, the original, but better, more intense, stronger as well. It has pretty good performance actually. It was my scent of the morning this morning, and it has an above moderate projection, longevity 8 to 10 hours, so it's not bad. But yeah, it's discontinued. You cannot get it anymore, but I have two alternative options for you. You have from Latafa, you have Al Nashama Caprice, which is almost one-to-one, and it has maybe even better performance. And from Fragrance World, you can get Jack of Clubs, which is also according, I never smelled that one, also according to people I know, almost a one-to-one clone. So let's say 90-95% clone with great performance as well. So you don't have to spend like crazy discontinued prices on eBay or whatever. You can get scanned because you don't know what you're buying. Some people are asking like 300 euros for this. It's not worth the money. Although it's a masterpiece, I think it's a masterpiece fragrance. Just get one of these two clones and you're good. So then you have like almost the same juice, but yeah, in a different bottle. That's all. But yeah, this is one of the highest rated fragrances of Fragrantica. 4.55 is really high, and it's worth the high rating. So check out these other two. You can blind buy these. These are maybe $30-40 or something. So if you love the original La Nuit de l'Homme and you really want this one, but you cannot get it, just get one of these clones and thank me later. And subscribe to my channel and make sure to enter in the giveaway. Thanks again for watching. It will be really helpful if you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel, of course. Watch my other videos. Even if you just let me know your scent of the day. I will reply on every comment, but it will be nice if you give some feedback on the video. Have you smelled one of these fragrances? Do you own one of these fragrances? Do you agree with the high ratings from these Fragrantica ratings, in my opinion? I like to discuss with people. Fragrances are subjective. These are just my opinions. I like these fragrances. Maybe you do as well. We can talk about that, or you just send me your scent of the day. I'm wearing Pas ce Soir Extra by BDK. Just got it in. Smells amazing. I will review this later on my channel, so stay tuned. And I will have an amazing giveaway with Supers Budapest, a winter box. So the winner can make their own winter box. They get a 50 ml of their own choice and a hand cream included also of their own choice. Worldwide shipping available. So make sure to stay tuned, watch my channel. I will post a YouTube short and I will explain the rules to enter the giveaway in that YouTube short. After that giveaway is done in like, let's say a week or 2 weeks, I will announce the giveaway to win La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique or Mugler Pure Malt. You can win one of these. The winner can choose which fragrance they want to win. So La Nuit de l'Homme or Mugler Pure Malt. Okay, give me some feedback. Let me know what you think of the fragrances. In the meantime, you can check out my community section. I post 2 YouTube shorts every day. I post my scent of the day. I make random polls. I post new fragrance releases. By the way, I'm getting Killian's Angel Share Paradis in. I bought a 5 ml decant of my friend who already has a bottle, a refill bottle actually, but it's like the brand new release. Nobody has it. So if I get it in tomorrow, I will probably be the first YouTuber that will review it. So stay tuned for that review as well. I will post that within a few days probably. And in the meantime, check out TikTok, Instagram, Threads. I post every day 100% fragrance content, and see you next week. you may overspray, namaste, or within a few days. Stay tuned for the giveaway and stay tuned for the Kilian's Angel Share Paradis review as well. You may overspray, namaste. Thanks for watching.